I know the Dolphins have moved on. They've moved on. They've moved on. They're on to New England. They're on. And it's certainly the coach feels that he's addressed it with the team. He's not going to address it anymore publicly, that's for sure. Anybody who twitches in that direction, right? He's been asked about it. I mean, he's already been asked about it and didn't say the words publicly that he said privately to the team, which is what, again, Charles Robinson pointed out yesterday. Right. He had every opportunity to say publicly, Tua's our guy. And Jeff's point is, you could say Tua's our guy to the media, and then Tua's not your guy the next minute. Because we're the media. The minute you say it to your team, you look those men in the eye,
right.
the collective eyes, now that's a different story. I believe once Deshaun Watson is through his personal issues, which again is two very, very light words to describe what's going on with him.
Doing some heavy lifting.
The Dolphins will be all in on him. The Eagles will be all in on him. Everyone's going to be all in on him. And the price of 3 1s and 2 2s is going to go way up. And maybe that's why Caserio is saying all these teams, there are no pick protections. What are you talking about, pick protections? I don't care what the hell happens to him and with you.
Right.
Because without all of this, the price would be much more expensive. These are the pick protections. 3 1s and 2 2s. That's your protection.
That's the bottom.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's your bargain basement. That's what you're getting on
Take it now.
Right. You hit it. The hit it now button, or next time we talk.
Right. Deal or no deal.
See ya.
Yeah.
We'll open the case, and it'll be a hell of a lot more in the case.
Right.
Because his cases will be handled. So, put it all together, and everybody, I think, in that locker room knows that. Otherwise, why would they tire kick him now? That's out of that Pandora's box is out. It's open. And man, Tua best come out of the gate fast. I'm not saying because they'll acquire Deshaun Watson in the middle of the season. It's entirely possible that what if Deshaun Watson's cases are handled by the trade deadline? What if grand jury comes back no bill? The police department goes, yeah, we're done. We got nothing. Grand jury spoken. The commissioner says, yeah, no exempt list. And Watson settles his cases with a no NDA so he can talk about it. Let's just say all of that somehow magically happens before the trade deadline. Well, now we're talking on and cracking. Whew. And you're the Dolphins right around 500? Little less than 500, and that happened. Again, that's why I don't think this is totally put to bed here. And it will be, according to the coach publicly, and we're done. We've moved on. But I don't think they've moved on from Deshaun Watson. They've just moved on from Deshaun Watson under these current circumstances, and we will revisit because Deshaun Watson doesn't want any part of the Texans anymore, and that apparently is a very mutual feeling.
The stuff we've been talking about all week, and in the report that the Texans, in talking to these various teams, didn't want a quarterback in return, right? So Let's say eventually down the road, hypothetically, Miami does trade for Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Tua's just the backup, or are they trying to ship him somewhere else?
They'll ship him somewhere else, and someone will take him. Somebody had to covet him coming out of college. The Dolphins weren't the only ones who coveted him. Somebody else will look at him and say, I've got it. Of course.
But then now does his career suddenly take on this Josh Rosen trajectory? Now Josh is on his 5th team, made the cut day in Atlanta after getting a preseason start. But
I don't know, it takes on a Rosen type trajectory. Well, I mean, look, when you're drafted in the top 5, nobody expects you to be on a new team within 4 years. And that's what happened to Sam Darnold. And all of that is blamed on the Jets' incompetence. Rightfully so. Or we'll see in Carolina if it is rightfully so.
Right.
But nobody expects you to do that. And there's certainly nobody expects you to be on 4 other different teams like what's going on with Rosen. I have no idea. But he made the Falcons 53, which is great news, man.
Yeah, it's good news.
That is good news. And I think I'm glad to see him getting a shot, and hopefully he stays put and Arthur Smith sees something in him. And when, the Mattrel is done playing at some point, Rosen might be a guy that they can put there. I have no idea how much time there's left on the Ryan clock there in Atlanta. I don't know. But,
I'm just wondering who would take
Again, I just don't. It's amazing to me because wouldn't you, if you were one of the teams that were out, let Charles Robinson know, who's in? Or Charles Robinson calls you up. Again, I don't like doing this where you try to out somebody's source here or how his reporting works, but you're calling somebody up, hey, I'm hearing something's going on Tua, and somebody tells you, yeah, we were in on it, and so was so-and-so, and so-and-so, they wanted this much. Or you get that from 2, 3, 4 other different teams. You piece it all together. He might have gotten that without a single peep from the Dolphins. I wouldn't want that out at all.
Right.
Because the general gist of it is Tua's less than. Now, yeah, Tua's less than Deshaun Watson, all things being equal. But the fact is that they figured Tua was less than without all things being equal.
But he also
and that they were ready to take on all of that stuff until maybe the price was too high or the price was fine for them, but they just sat around and go, well, what are we going to do? Like, really? We're going to have Tua sat here? Like, you would basically be putting your 2021 season potentially on hold because of circumstances you can't control, or Deshaun Watson would be your guy and the nonstop you'd have to hear about it, and rightfully so many different ways. It's like you don't know what this guy's did or not. Like you just trust him. Now you own all of that. And you can't know that you are safe owning all of that at all. Rusty Harden is safe owning all of that. He's the lawyer. And so is Deshaun Watson. He says that he's totally got nothing to do with the charges that have been leveled against him civilly. But if you're a football team on the outset of a season, you really want to bring that in, no matter how incredibly talented the guy is?
If you're a guy who has no idea what your system is, he has to learn on the fly. You're going to have to suddenly simplify everything just to get it to work.
Tua still would have started against New England.
Right. And from the Tua aspect, it's like he's only 23 years old, but to Jeff's point, maybe he does just need some time to recover. He is coming off a major hip surgery, and he hasn't played a lot of football in the last couple of years.
I want to give a couple of minutes of real estate to that in the next couple hours. We got Albert Breer coming up. We also have some news out of the golf world.
It's
that we need to talk about.
The eve of the Ryder
we need
Cup.
to talk about all of that involving DeChambeau. And I want to hit on that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.